Hello YouTube and universe, and welcome to Scarstorm Productions. I'm your host Morro, here to bring you everything new on your favorite brands and more. And today we'll be taking a look at some new stuff for Beyblade X. But before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification so you don't miss another video like this. Because it may be a small click for you guys, but it's a big help for me and the channel. Thank you, and without further ado, let's begin. First up, we'll be taking a look at the next crossover project for Beyblade X, that being El Drago 160 Flat. Now, I have to say, it feels like I'm a child again. Well, I was born in 2008, so I'm still technically, you know what? I'm not even going to get into that. But I have to say, I am just happy we're getting a new El Drago. Now, this will be a random select, which kind of disappointing, but kind of makes sense since you can't really do any mode changes in Beyblade X, so you have to release the layers in two separate things, which, it's okay, but it's just like, why couldn't they introduce mode change just for this? Because it would have been worth it. Or, hear me out, they could have released it in a 2-pack, because that box that it's going to be in, it looks pretty huge, so why won't you take advantage of that? Because for Hasbro, we're getting 2-packs already, and they come with some of the best, and sometimes the worst, Beys we have so far. So why couldn't we at least get a 2-pack for Takaratomi? Anyway, that's enough ranting out of me for right now. Let's get back to the Bey. Now, for parts, they come with the exact same thing. The only thing that are different are the blades. Now, I have to say, even though I'm a little salty that it's a random selects, these blades look amazing, and they look pretty competitive, so who knows? This may be one of the best X Beys that will be coming out, and it's going to be worth it as soon as it does. And personally, I hope that I get Barrage mode, because when I had El Drago, that's the mode I used the most. Now, for the Ratchet, it comes with 160, which, nothing new, that came out with Drum Buster, but I felt like, me personally, 960 would have worked better for El Drago. Now, the reason I say this is because of the parts it had for Metal Fight. Because, for one, if it was 960, it would have been similar to the 100 spin track. Because 960, just like the 100 spin track, they're both pretty low and they don't scrape the stadium at all, which is perfect for attack types. While with 160, if it gets hit once, it might burst altogether, which will be disappointing. But that's just my personal combo for this. And finally, for the bid, we have Flat. And there's not really much to say about it since this is just a day one part. We got this in Drawn Sword and a couple other random boosters and multi-packs. So, yeah, there's nothing really to say about it. I do like the colors, though. Anyway, other than that, that's really it for El Drago. Moving on to the next thing, we have another random selects for the BX line, and that Bey's name is Whale Wave. Now, I like the motif that it has. It looks really cool, and it reminds me of those two Beys that were in the Metal Saga, though I do not remember their names. If you guys know them, let me know in the comments down below. Now, for the parts for the black one, it's Whale Wave 470 High Needle, which may be good defensively. And for the white one, we have 380 Gear Ball. And, well, that's an okay combo. But for the main one, we got Whale Wave 580 Elevate. Now, the main Whale Wave is a balance type, which I can see it. It looks like a Leon Claw, but that bit Elevate is way different from any kind of bit we've seen so far. It reminds me of the Cyclone bit that came out with Cobalt Drake, which kind of gives me high hopes for it. Though the curve on it does stump me a little bit, because that makes me wonder, how well would it connect to the extreme line in the stadiums? And I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out as more stuff for it comes out. But all in all, I have to say, this may be one of my favorite random selects so far. And one other thing I would like to talk about is the motif that the prongs have on it. Because the motif for it is the same one we have for Team Zuganic. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, each kind of prong an X-Bey has represents what team it's a part of. Like how Team Persona has little lines on the prongs, Team Zuganic has a little deadbolt on there, and how Team Yggdrasil's are more like diamonds instead of the regular prongs. And that got me wondering, will this be taking the place of Leon Claw? Because, as you know, Leon Crest is a defense type now, So, is this taking the place of the bounce type in Team Zuganic? Who knows? We'll just have to wait for Season 2 of the manga. Speaking of Season 2 for the manga, here's some spoilers right quick. We are getting a new samurai Bey that's held by a female user. And why is Hasbro getting the prequel Beys for this? Because this looks exactly like Steel Samurai. The only thing that's different is it's facing sideways instead of forwards. And from how the blade looks, it looks like it has two different swords facing the opposite directions, which got me thinking, is this going to be a stamina type? Because the shape of it kind of reminds me of Beys like Rocktivore and certain other stamina types from the Burst generation, where it has two different sides to make it equalize and aerodynamic as well. So this just got me hyped for what's coming next in Beyblade X, and I cannot wait to see more. Now, if you want to know where you can get most of these Beys, head on over to beysandbricks.com. No, this is not a sponsor. I just want to go promote them because they've been helping me out a lot with growing my Beyblade X collection. As you can see, I have a ton of the Beys so far, and that's all thanks to beysandbricks.com. And currently right now, they have El Drago and Whale Wave on pre-order right now, so go ahead over there and make sure you get it. But other than that, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification so you don't miss another video like this. Because it may be a small click for you guys, but it's a big help for me and the channel. Thank you. And if that's it, that's a wrap. Fade to black.